check out the latest highlights from the Nourishing You podcast.
Another great thing about Qigong is that it is, because it's so low impact, because it can actually be done by people that really feel bad in a laying position. It can be done by people in a sitting position, because all of these things are true. It's a way of making sure the lymph is moving. Even if we feel like we cannot physically move our body, there's still the ability to get that lymph moving and to get that toxic circulation happening, or detoxic thing happening, I should say.
Well, since, all three of us are sitting, is it possible you could give us a little sample that we could do together, and that our listeners, if they're sitting, they can join us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give everybody a moment to find a chair. If you don't have one around, I'm going to push my chair back a little bit so you can see me a little better. And if you don't have a chair around, you can do this part standing. So basically, I'm going to start first by leading us through the practice that I typically do. Like I said, it's called Sheng Zhen. It means sacred truth, or it means connecting to love and the heart. And so we always open this practice in the same way. And so I'm going to open the practice the way we always do. And it's basically, we're going to cup our hands like this, except it's the other way. So basically towards our body. We're going to bring them up to our face, and we're going to blow. We're going to move our left hand up to our forehead. Our right hand's going to sit on our lap. And in this moment, the intention is just to feel the body expand. So feel the body expand and connect to the world around. And then bring your left hand down, kind of just straight down your midline, and sit it on top of your right. And then taking a breath in and out very slowly. Okay, so I would invite you first to watch me do this move. So first watch and then follow. So my hands, so you can see them, they're like this. And so I'm going to move them. I'm going to stand up for this part, but you will stay sitting. I'm going to move them out and forward. So I'm doing this sort of motion. So out and forward. And then once they get here, I'm going to open them, and I'm slightly leaning my body back. And open them really as far as you don't want to feel like overstrained. So most people don't do well like way back here. It's like wherever you're feeling like comfortable. And then when you bring them together, come together, hands in front of the face, and bend the body forward. And then open. And so as I open, watch my hands. Hands go forward and out. So you can see the fingertips kind of do this sort of motion, right? And so I'm here and out. Open and then relax back in. Okay, and let's do this from the top. So hands on the lap and begin. Hands up. And open and relax to center. And breathing wise, usually it's inhale and exhale to center. And inhale. And exhale to center. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And this time stay straight forward. And then we can bring our hands kind of come into prayer position. And then they go back into our lap. And then we usually close by blowing again. And then here, I'll mirror you guys. Right hand up. And here we want to be connecting. And basically the idea with this is kind of concluding our practice by experiencing and feeling gratitude. So taking a moment to feel grateful about something outside of ourselves, something in the world. And then bringing our hand down in front of our body. And then taking a moment to be grateful for something inside of your body, something that you're just appreciative to yourself for. And then taking a deep breath again and opening your eyes. So this is classically, like I said, is classically done sitting in a chair like this. But this is where it's like somebody's say disabled or really sick and you can't get out of bed, like basically then moving, you can do this like above your body, in a horizontal laying down type of situation. So it's super, super accessible. And whatever sort of practice, like I said, there's tons of Qigong practices out there. Again, find something that works for you. My teacher does have Shengzhen, so it's SHENGJHEN. So if you go to shengzhen.org, there's actually he has a free school. So shengzhen.org is the main website. And then shengzhen.online is the free school. So, this is kind of interesting to you and you're like, yeah, I want to check out more. Shengzhen.online is the free school where you can sign up and get a lot of guidance for how to do some of these movements.
If you enjoyed this short episode, check out our full library on our NAMP YouTube channel, where you can catch up or learn more. Keep in mind that the information on the NAMP podcast is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical or legal advice. The NAMP is not liable or responsible for any harm, damage, or illness arising from the use of the information contained herein. By listening to the information on this podcast, you agree to defend, indemnify, and hold harmless the NAMP and all agents. Copyright NAMP, all rights reserved.